Okay, so this video is mostly just going to be audio because what I have here in real life in front of me is a tiny little speaker connected up to an incredibly janky 8-bit digital to analog converter that I made myself. Trust me, the tolerances for this thing are not correct at all. So let me just plug the Arduino Mega in and you'll hear some low quality tones. I'm going to turn on. There's a chance you can hear that, but why does it sound so bad? Okay, let's see here. I figured out a weird little trick. If you take a magnet and push it up to the speaker, making sure that the magnet is trying to get away from the speaker, it amplifies it. So maybe you'll hear that a tad bit better. Okay, fun's over, but this right here, it's an R2R. Wait, R2. Yes, an R2R ladder. I have a lot of resistors right here, like almost 30, and all of them are on the board. And if anyone ran the numbers, they would know that I don't need 30 resistors. I don't even need 20. But I'm choosing to make the two types of resistors as one resistor, and then the other type is two resistors wired up in series. So there you go. Now, one might ask, is there anything else I can play? Why, of course there is, because this right here is actually storing the audio samples. It's storing it at 32 kilohertz with 8-bit quantization. So, if I just crack open Audacity, we can make some new audio things, and I can shove that into a lot of code, and you can put it onto the Arduino Mega. Okay, I'm turning you off now. Today's sun. Oh, I don't care about that.
No.
Oh no. Come on. Okay, so we're just gonna skip. Okay. Hello there. And now, wait. As you can see, my skills with Audacity are top notch. Hello there. Okay. Hello there. There we go. Okay. So now we export the audio. Ignore the file name. That was I'm just reusing folders. Wait. Oh. No. The program should be able to handle stereo. At least I sure hope so. You know, now that I think about it, can it actually handle stereo? Oh, yeah, it can. It automatically converts it, I think. Okay, well, I'll be back once I have everything on the Arduino. Ding, ding. Alright, so welcome back. I was doing a little bit of stuff, shoot. What reasons? Okay, so let's turn this thing on. That kind of scared me. I hope you can hear this. So, I looked in the spectrogram earlier at the time when I put the little magnet up into the speaker. I saw that significantly amplified it in the spectrogram, and it sounded a lot louder. So I'm gonna do it again. Oh, why is the speaker upside down? That's enough of that. So, in case you guys forgot, this is what the original clip sounded like. Hello there. And now, the speaker. And now this. Hello there. Now let's look at them in a spectrogram. Oh boy. Okay, so, wait, okay, I gotta turn it to spectrogram mode. Okie dokie. Speaker. Turn on. I gotta get my amplifier. Ow! What was that? Okay, there we go. The furnace just shut off. Okay, so now we can stop recording this. Wait, did it already stop? Oh, yes, I did. Well, as you can see, my skills in Audacity are extremely refined. Like I said, top the notch. Whoa, what is it doing? Okay. Why is my mouse? That was weird. Hey, Dad, I was experiencing some problems with my mouse. Wait a second. There we go. Oh my! Oh, let's not do that. Can I cut this? No, is this? Am I just bad at this or something? Do I not know how to use Audacity? Am I just not good? Wait a second. It's really that simple. I don't know how I forgot how to use Audacity right there. Like, that was weird. Weird. Okay, there we go. Here's the two spectrogram things. We're just gonna... Whoa! That's weird looking. Okay, so here they are. We're gonna play it. Hello there. Oof, that is quiet. So wait. Wait. Effect. Generate. Effect. Wait. Tracks. Add new. There we go. We want a stereo track. There we go. There we go. Now let's crank this thing up. Hello there. That's a little loud. Let's turn it out. Hello there. You can kind of see the same essence in the spectrogram. It still looks sad. Like, that is weird. I don't like that. I don't like... Wait. Yeah, I don't... No. Okay. That's about it. I can do other audio sample thingamajigs, but I won't. You guys almost certainly already get the gist of this. Anyways, Happy New Year's. Even though there's a good chance that I'll be releasing this almost certainly, like, by the time that anyone sees this, it's going to be the day after the New Year's. It's going to be the 2nd. Oh well. I'm working on other projects, so if anyone actually managed to make it to the end of the video, if you want to see those other projects, subscribe. Or at least hit the notification bell. Actually, no. I think you need to subscribe to do that. I think I've asked this question before and I answered it. You need to subscribe to hit the notifications bell. But I did that testing a little bit ago, so maybe YouTube changed. Okay, just subscribe if you want to see the other projects, which I will eventually do. I'll eventually do them, probably, maybe, if you're lucky. There's a chance. Anyways, bye. Okay, so like the utter genius I am, just using maximum capacity over here, I forgot to mention that there's going to be multiple parts to the project. Because, as you could gather by, well, okay, never mind about that. But this project is not just this incredibly crappy audio thing, but later I will somehow improve this digital to analog converter, because I'm fairly confident that it's two problems. The digital to analog converter has poor tolerances in its resistors, and the Arduino is playing the audio too slowly. It's just not fast enough. It's not speedy enough. It's not better. It's not good enough. Get better. But you almost certainly noticed that in the spectrogram, the hello there from the speaker and the hello there that was recorded on Audacity are almost like the speaker audio was like twice the length, so it's definitely not playing correctly. And well, if it was just playing a little too slowly, it would sound deeper. That sounds disgusting. It sounds bad, really bad. So it almost certainly is a combination of the Arduino just being too slow, and that the sample the digital to analog converter is not good enough. Anyways, so what was the rest of the project? Well, the rest of the project is, this is going to be very bold, but I plan on making an optical disc or something, where I have this optical disc looking thing, and I'm reading it with a homemade laser, which is really just a fancy LED, and it would be getting data off of there. It would, no way, it would be, like, not at all would it be getting the raw audio samples off of there. If that was the case, the disc would be spinning at Mach 1, and we would get like a quarter of a second of audio, maybe less. Instead, what it would be getting is little bits of data, which would tell a little synthesizer on there how to synthesize and be a MIDI synthesizer. So it would more like be a MIDI thing. MIDI files are a lot smaller than the actual audio files. That's, as far as I know, one of the reasons why before we mastered digital audio with the all holy audio CD. As far as I know, MIDI was the primary format, but not for speech stuff. For speech, you're out of luck. But this thing would almost certainly be just music. What crappy music I can cobble together, but yeah. And how difficult is that going to be? No idea. All I know is it's going to be insanely difficult because, wait, okay, yeah. Because I need to somehow manage to basically build an optical disc thing. I have no idea how I'm going to do that. Am I going to manually write the data on there? Or am I going to do some crazy stuff to get the data on there with the Arduino? Or am I going to do something else? I don't know. The Arduino file is literally called OptiSynth, optical synthesizer. Although, right now, the only optical part of it is the LEDs on the Arduino board. So, great progress, but anyways, yeah. By the time that I actually manage to get that working, I don't know, it's going to be like 2027 or something. I have no idea. Because the parts that I need for that, I don't have in the slightest. The only thing that I do have is a motor and some LEDs, and those are basically the only parts that I have that would be required for building this thing. Okay, well, that's a lie. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but okay, this little PS has gone on for a little longer, so a little longer than I expected, so now, okay, bye.